Welcome back to Cape Media News. I'm Emily Tullock. Today's guest is Stormy Mayo, Director of the Right Whale Ecology Program for the Center for Coastal Studies in Provincetown. He's here to tell us all about the first right whale calf and its mother to arrive in Cape Cod Bay for the 2021 season. So the Center for Coastal Studies Right Whale Ecology Program discovered a North Atlantic whale mother-calf pair in the Cape Cod Bay. So can you tell us about this experience?
Actually, the experience was had by my aerial survey team. We have a group of very highly trained field researchers who fly with pilots in a small aircraft, and this whale is a whale that we know well. One that we have seen over many years. She comes back here quite often. Each individual whale has their own markings, so we're able to tell one from another. This was a special sighting because it's the earliest that we've seen a mother-calf pair make the migration all the way up from the coast of Florida and Georgia into these waters. So a very special sighting. We know from colleagues who work in Florida and Georgia that this mother gave birth back in December. So it was a very early birth and an early arrival. Maybe that's connected. And it also, according to my air survey team, was special because the calf is very large. Again, probably because of an early birth. So exciting on all accounts.
So from my understanding, right whales are endangered due to human activity. You guys estimate there to be about 356 left. So can you tell us how human activity has contributed to the species near extinction?
The problem that right whales have is that the birthing rate, the calving rate, right whale babies are called calves. That calving rate has been low now, really below where it should be for decades. And on the other side of the equation, the death rate has been high. And so if you look at the equation of births versus deaths, it's a simple result. And in right whales, that's a negative. So the right whales are losing numbers, and it appears that the best known causes are due to strikes by ships, being run over by ships, and entanglement in fishing gear, ropes, synthetic ropes that tangle the whales up, stop them from feeding, cut them deeply, and eventually kill them. So we have low calving and high mortality usually from human causes, from what we know. And the result is a very low population that comes to Cape Cod waters each winter, but its numbers are decreasing.
Do you think this calf sighting is speaking to the resilience of the right whale species? And do you think that this could be a sign that, they're making a comeback in numbers?
It's always encouraging to have calves born. And this year, our reports from the calving area is of a larger number of calves than recently. Something around 18 calves have been born, but we know that already 3 of them have died. So it's kind of a crazy metaphor, but it's almost going up the down escalator. We can't seem to gain. So although this is a very encouraging scene down in the calving grounds of more calves born, we've really got to find a way to control the mortalities. I think most of us are marginally encouraged by this year's calving, but somewhat horrified by the number of calves that appear to have died already. It's an exciting sighting because this mother and calf had to make it the long trip, probably 1,000 to 1,200 miles from Florida calving grounds to Cape Cod waters. Once they arrive here, they're in Cape Cod Bay. They're the most protected they are anywhere in their entire range because of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts having very strict controls on boats and fishing. But as soon as they move out of Cape Cod Bay, they're again in waters that threaten their future. So right now, if they remain here, they're in good shape.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
You bet. It was good to talk with you.
For Cape Media News, I'm Emily Tullock.